Hello and welcome to High Caliber TV, our source for figure model updates every Wednesday and Friday. So today on Figure Friday I'm going to be showing a quick unboxing of the ALpine comic group Hansen at Poteau, set number 2, and then I'll be showing my finished pair that I completed a few months ago. So let's get right into it. These are ALpine 35th scale resin figures. As always, they're individually bagged. Each figure comes with 2 different heads. This is the NCO armed with STG-44. There we go. So, really stellar work on the casting here. Not only is it incredibly sharp, nothing's bent, but also, as you can see, it's very easy to remove all the components from the casting block. Very little chipping or chance of damaging the components in the removal. Plus, if there is any chipping and you forget to smooth it over, on the STG at least, everything's on the bottom, so it won't really be visible on the finished product. There's that. We've got the main component here. Now, my favorite part about this, other than the pose, is how ALpine will do, they'll add some of the equipment to the figure right off. So if you remember, in the old Tamiya kits, you'd have to take something like the magazines and break them, chop them up individually, especially something like this where the 30 stack has a curve in the bottom. You'd have to actually go in and slice that away and then reapply them individually to get that curve that you can see there. But with this, it's already there, it's perfect, there's no gaps, and it just looks natural. Usual stuff with ALpine, the casting blocks on the feet are basically non-existent. Take it down with an X-Acto blade and then run it across some medium grit. Let's move on. Here we've got the NCO with a 98, and he's actually wearing a US overcoat, trench coat that he got from one of the Americans at the ambush. I can't remember. I think they were airborne, but I mean it's a pretty well documented engagement. Yeah. So yeah, really amazing detail on this figure. And also, if I keep going over this, but if you see any sheen like that on the figure, just take it down with a old toothbrush. Again, super easy to take off casting blocks. These figures are a joy to build. I mean, they go together so easily. The fit on all the components, like the hand with the weapon there and the head, is so positive that they mate together really well. Yeah. So there's the basic unboxing for you. Now we're moving on. This is my finished pair. Really happy with the way these guys turned out. They're on a basic base here, felt bottom, wood plinth, some cork layers. I made the snow out of a blend of carpenter glue, water, and baking flour. And yeah, looks alright. This is sort of my second run at snow, and I've got some work to do for sure, but I think it looks okay. So, yeah. One thing, my big lesson that I learned from this build was a lesson I thought I had learned a long time ago. It's, as you can see on some of the areas here, there's some graying, like especially on the Model 98. From certain angles it looks white almost, which it's not supposed to. But that's from the flat coat that I put on over top of everything. So what I had been doing was using, well, I had been using a type of flat, and then I ran out, and then I switched to a new, for me, type of flat, and I'm not going to name names here, but it wasn't up to the same standard. So I had thinned it down with isopropyl alcohol, and that wasn't enough, apparently. I've learned that Tamiya X20A thinner is what you're supposed to use with this particular type of flat coat, and so when I fired it out of the gun, it was basically pure powdery, like white, and Yeah, it didn't coat the entire figure. Sort of with the same intensity. I guess I spent more time on like that, on the boots, on certain parts of the helmet. You can see some white, but the colors were a lot more rich before I put that final blast of flat on, and that sort of. I mean, I still love how they turned out, but they were so perfect before, and I was so happy with the way they turned out. But yeah, lesson learned for next time. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check us out at highcaliberminiatures.com. Links in the description below. Follow us on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.